Hey guys, it's Friction Pen, and today is Friday, which means it is time to build with Lego. Today I thought we'd take a look at doing some power poles for my Lego city. There are many different ways you can make a power pole. I chose to make wooden ones, kind of similar to what I see in the area where I'm at. They are about 35 feet tall. Which is a regular minifigure is 4 bricks tall. So that means we're probably going to be looking at something 6 times, 7 times. So not quite as high because they looked really weird, but about 24 bricks or so high, 24 to 28 bricks high. And I made a couple of examples so you can see them, but feel free to modify these to your needs. So let's take a look at the pieces we'll need. Okay, so here are the parts that we're going to need to make the larger of the 2 power poles. I'll put a list in the description of all of the parts that you'll need and the quantities. You can also just see them right here on the screen. There are 23 1x1 rounds there if you don't want to count those. The rest of them are pretty easy to see, I think, but I'll go ahead and put that list in the description just in case. And we'll start by building the vertical part of the power pole. And for that, we're going to need 21 1x1 brown round pieces. I've already got those ready. I've got them in groups of 4 because it's a little easier to work with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a group of 4, and I'm also going to take this tubing, which I'm using brown. You don't have to. You can use any color you want because you really won't see this. This is really used to stabilize and connect the power converter onto the pole. So I'm going to leave a space for about 2 to 3 bricks right there. Then I've got 4 on there. I'll go ahead and put 1 more on. So I'm going to use my straggler for. And then I'm just going to take the rest of them and put them on the bottom in groups of 4 at a time. There's another 4. And then the last 2 sets of 4, or the last 1 set of 4, we're going to leave to go above the power converter. Alright, so we're going to build our power converter next. We'll just kind of set this off to the side with our other pieces, and we'll get out the parts we need to make the power converter, which is very easy. There's really not a lot to it. We take our 2 profile round 2x2s, put them together, put them on top of this 2x2, the little necklace hole in it. People like to use that for jewelry nowadays. Put the steering wheel on top. And we put the rocking 2x2 round plate on the bottom. And there you go. A quick and easy power converter goes on the side of the box. Side of the pole. Alright. So all we're going to do here is take the pole. And we're going to put this on top of the last brick where we've got that little bit sticking out of our tube. And that's because there's nothing here to connect our 1x1 rounds to. So we need something that'll go all the way through the first tube into the second one. That's why we left a little extra there. So we just snap it on the top, and that tube holds these pieces together. And if you get it off just a little bit, just reach down and pull that tube out a little bit so it actually goes through that first 1x1 plate. Alright, so we're almost done. Pretty easy build. So we've got the vertical part of the pole done. We are going to take our 7 1x1 bricks with studs on 2 sides. We're going to start with 1 here. Just stand it up straight with the studs pointing out to the left and to the right. We'll take another one and actually connect it to the side with the studs pointing up and down. This one, we'll do the same on the other side. And then next, we'll do the turn it so that the next one we connect will have the studs pointing to the front and back. Same on the other side. And then finally, we'll do another one with the studs pointing up. The studs on the side will be pointing up and down. And there we have it. And there is our horizontal beam that goes at the top of our power pole. Okay. The next thing is to add our clips that will hold our power lines. We have 4 of those. Obviously, you don't have to use 4. I just put 4 on here, so if I wanted to string 4 strings or cables, I could. Just stick those on. The upward facing studs right there. There's 4 available. Leaving the one in the middle. As our cross beam, we'll put the last 2 1x1 rounds on the top. And there you have a power pole. One version. And this is the tall one. I'll show them to you here on the screen, both of them together. This one is actually just a little bit taller than the other one. And I also used all 1x1 rounds. We'll take a look at the smaller version and see just a little bit of differences to give you some ideas on how you can pretty much use a variety of bricks. You don't have to use these exact same bricks to accomplish the same goal. And now we'll go ahead and build the smaller version of the power pole. And this one I did a little different just to save on 1x1 round bricks. I chose to use one of these 1x6, or like a beam. They do have a square brick shape on the bottom, and then the rest of it is round. It is 6 tall, so that will save us 6 of the 1x1 round bricks, which is kind of nice. Although I have quite a few of them right now, it would take a massive amount to make, 30 or 40 of these. So these can save you quite a bit if you have them laying around, so you don't have to put so many of these 1x1 rounds together. Plus it gives you a little bit more stability with the actual pole itself, so it doesn't break quite as much. Alright, so this one, we'll go ahead and take 8 of our 1x1 rounds, and we will connect it right on top of our other piece. So that should be 14 high right now. And at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to take our 1x1 black brick, the hole in it, put that on there. And it doesn't matter which way the hole's facing, because you can obviously just turn it whichever direction you want. So now we'll go ahead and build the power converter on this one, which is a little different than the other one. This is the one I originally envisioned, although when I got it finished, I realized I didn't have any of these 1x1 bricks with the hole in it in brown. So we got 3 pieces, pretty easy. Take this dome and you put it on the top here, and then you put the pin with the double spacing all the way through, which leaves a single pin left, and you just place it right there with the dome facing upward, and there you go. All done with that. Next we take 2 more of our 1x1 rounds, we place them on top, give us a little spacing, and now we can make our cross beam. The horizontal beam is a 1x8 piece, and I will go ahead and put a 1x2 jumper right in the middle, and then we'll put the top last 2 pieces, 1x1 rounds, right on top there. And then all that's left is to put on our connectors, which are 1x1 plates with the clips on the top. And that will be for where the power lines go through. So we're going to go ahead and connect that together. And I put it right on that center pin because that's the actual center. If you set it into where the studs normally go, obviously it's off just a little bit. It's not centered. It's not a big deal either way. I just preferred the centered look, so I used that pin in the middle there. Then I like to turn it to where power converter's off the side a little bit, just like that. And then the last part is to put our string on. So we got to get our power from the line, into the converter box, and then off to our houses. Get that back on there. Then all I did was just brought that up and around and connected it right to back side of the crossbeam. And there we have it. And it's all done. So that's what we got as far as a couple of versions. And again, these are just to get you started. You can certainly use this design if you want to. If you want to improve on it, that would be fantastic, actually. I love to see other people's creativity and expanding on an idea. So this is mainly just something to get you started. Something you can use for now if you want to, but something I'd really like to see how you guys create your versions as well. Make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you create your own or modify this one. I would love to take a look at your designs as well. And that'll wrap up this week's episode of Building with Lego. I hope you guys had a good time. I know I did. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.